Hi everyone, Dave McGinley here, and I'm responding to the first of the questions I've received when I put out an invitation about a week ago asking, what do you want to talk about in terms of spirituality and cancer? So the first question that came back was, why me? This is asked by just about everybody from the moment of diagnosis, and they wrestle with it throughout the course of their treatment. And it's a question that's being asked on two levels. The biological level, why did this happen to my body? And the spiritual level, why did this happen to my life? Let's talk about the first level. Research shows that cancer is significantly a disease of aging. It occurs mostly in people who are 50 years of age and older, and those rates of cancer increase dramatically when you hit your 70s and then your 80s. So we're living longer. The chances of cancer appearing are the result of several factors. Genetic mutations. Every time a cell divides, billions of codes of information have to be translated perfectly over, and the accumulative effect of tiny errors in that can result in mutations in the cell, resulting in cancer. But what's triggering those mutations? Well, we're older and living longer in a toxic environment. We're swimming through an ocean of electromagnetic radiation, of pollutants in the environment, whatever's in our food, our water, whatever's in the air we breathe, and the products that we put upon and within our skin. So we're living longer in a toxic environment, and this is very significant. Over half of cancers are significantly influenced by choices that we make. Lifestyle choices like smoking, like the food we eat, like exercise. So living longer, toxic environment, making poor choices. You can't narrow it down to any one of those. Even the lifestyle choices, it's not one lifestyle choice, although you can have a dominant one like smoking, but it's the accumulative effect of them over the decades. Now throw into that the whole mystery of how do my thoughts and feelings contribute to cancer? What's the effect that stress has upon cancer? It's so complex that you can't pin it down to one variable. You can't isolate one thing. It would make you feel safe if you could, because if you have a clear cause, then maybe you can have a clear treatment. What we're really looking for when we're asking the question, why me, is a way to feel safe. And that brings us to the second level, the spiritual level. Is there a purpose in this? Is this part of God's plan? Was it my destiny? Now that is a wrestling with mortality. That is a way to find some wisdom that might guide us through this nightmare. And yet it's a catch-22, because if God does indeed cause cancer, if this is part of your plan, then the very God who decreed that fate upon you is the one you petition to. You lift your silent prayers of anguish and hope to the God who is in control of it all. That's a vicious circle. That's not going to bring much comfort to the heart. That reflects our concept of God, the poverty of our words, our inability at the moment to ask better questions. You can take the question, why me, and wrestle it into a new question. What am I going to do with this? How am I going to use cancer to deepen my life, to focus my love, to get my priorities in order? Now that is empowering. That puts you back in the driver's seat. And that's something that chaplains can help you with. That's what we do. Support you in your faith, yes, with your religious practice, but also with the basics of hope and tapping into that inner wisdom and guidance so you can figure out how you can move forward using cancer to make something better of life. Or maybe you're like many and you say, why me? Well, why not? The rates of cancer are so high now, 1 in 2 in Canada will get cancer. So you say, the odds are I'm probably going to get it. The goal in asking the question is to make meaning, or rather to forge meaning, to hammer it out in the heat and the hard wilderness of worry and waiting and chemo side effects and radiation and wondering if you are truly in the free and clear once you emerge the other side. This is a really hard question, especially if you're going to die, especially if you've lost somebody or are losing somebody to cancer. I hope that in those situations, I actually hope that you do not have anyone around you who can answer that question. Because to do so can feel trite, can feel like an insult to your experience, and it does not, in the end, honor your journey. Instead, I hope you have people who are compassionate with you, who can sit with you in silence and love, and just hold you as you wrestle with this. They will not shrink back from the hard homework that cancer presents to your heart. They can help you engage with it, to forge meaning in suffering, to find a better life through the crisis. Now, I'm including some of this material in a blog along with a lot of links, so please go to my website, click on the blog, and drill deeper into this ultimate question, why me? I'm not going to give you any answers. There are none. But I'm going to help you find a place where you feel safe and connected to the way you can move forward. I look forward to the next question. Please post them up on Facebook. What do you want to talk about in terms of spirituality and cancer? And I'll do my best to answer those. And perhaps together we can find a better way to move forward, some spiritual wisdom in this wilderness that is happening to too many people. Until then, I'm Dave McGinley. We'll talk to you next time.